Yes, respected dear friends, welcome. Seeing the scenario of the whole world and the country and the state. See what exactly happening in the minds of people and outside, and how the calamities are the outer doings because of the inner impurities. Learn from it, and then yourself first become purified in your thoughts, attitudes, intentions. Express them in your performance. Thus, create a great group of youngsters of this type and guide the entire nation or the world or humanity in a higher direction or evolutionary direction. Such a lofty thinking, preparing, planning you can do, you must do. If you want, you will be able to do. Focusing when we do on these higher aims and goals, all small little, petty paltry desires, indulgences, comparisons, quarrels with others, they all find no meaning or place in our life. This is the way and is the only way in which we tune to the higher world, higher life, that we will be able to come out of the lower. Remember, the time and mind remaining the same. Where you employ, that you become, that you achieve. If my mind and time are employed only for the petty paltry things of the world, I'll be lost in that gamut only, in that tension, worrying atmosphere only of competitions, successes, failures, jealousies, fightings. Do you want like that? Same mind and time. When employed for the higher, it evolves. Just like before you come to this class, where was your time and mind, and what were you? Now you are in the class trying to listen to Geetha and other beautiful things. In this time and with your mind, how lofty are becoming your thoughts, understandings. Leave this and go to that. This is gone. You will enter into that. Leave that and come to this. That is gone. You will be in an inspired mood. See, as simple as this is the life. Only it's a question of clear understanding as to where it's going wrong, what the right to be done. Time and mind sent anywhere is going wrong. Time and mind applied only for the higher things should start with the duties, then the services, then the devotions, then the knowledge is the right way to evolve. Listen two, three times, think with your cool brains. If you are unbiased, relatively pure in your heart, you will understand and accept the truth in these sentences. And when you abide by them, you are helping yourself first. Obviously, when you are helping yourself, you being part of the world also is helped. Serving the world is a byproduct of ourselves growing in life. Without our proper evolution, effort of service fail, or on the name of serving the world, we only will trouble the world. Think about all these things. Welcome, like every day, four topics today also. First one, our regular chants. Second, Rudram. We will do today the last Shanti mantra because 11th Anuvaka is over yesterday. Then we will go for our Gita. In our ninth shloka, three values are said. First we saw. Again we will study little more. Then do the two more values. Thus 9 plus 3, 12 are over. Next three shlokas will have 8 more values to learn from Lord Krishna. These values have to be vehemently, strongly, at every cost practiced, which leads to the inner beauty, purity, strength. With that beauty, purity, strength, and single pointedness of the mind or the heart or the intellect, the Lord, when He is going to tell about what is the God, what is the self, what is the reality, what is the Gneya Vastu, after this topic, we will be able to attentively listen, grasp, understand, etc. So it's a preparation, these practice of values. And these values, when practiced, not only help spiritually, but they make our behavior in the world so beautiful that world loves us. They help us. You understood that? So this is how the Gita. Then yesterday we concluded Raghunatha Pratah Smaranam. It had 5 mantras. From today we'll do Ganesha Pratah Smaranam. It will have 3 plus 1, 4 mantras. So 4 days we do 1 shloka. Let's make a beginning with all devotion, single pointedness, and liking to this whole program of empowering our intellects with higher wisdoms for it to guide all our other faculties for the higher evolution. Om, 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 Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Om Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः संकल्पः परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तं ब्रह्मविद्या आचार्येभ्यो भक्तिविद्या योगविद्या धर्मविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः श्रीवेदव्यासमहर्षये नमः श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः श्रीगीतामात्रे नमः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव सिद्ध्यर्थं पुराणेतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवतर्षिमुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभवप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दवसंस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां गुरुशिष्यभक्तभगवत्परम्परायाः समस्तसाधनानां प्रक्रियाणां पुनरुत्थानजागरणविश्वव्याप्तिद्वारा विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति द्वारा विश्व शांति कल्याण एकता पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये कंकणबद्ध स्माकं सह समस्त भक्त साधक सेवक आचार्य गुरु शिष्य भक्तानां जिज्ञासूनां संस्थानां पूर्णायुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेमस्थैर्यधैर्यवीर्यादि समस्त शक्ति संपदा सानुकूल्यता साधनानां प्राप्ति प्रेरणोत्साहनां प्राप्ति द्वारा बाह्य अभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये दिग्विजयार्थं रुद्र प्रश्नस्य अन्तिमानुवाकस्य त्रयवारं पारायणं तदनन्तरं गीतामातुः त्रयोदशोऽध्याय अंतर्गत नवमश्लोकस्य पारायणं अर्थ आविष्करणं तदनन्तरं श्री गणेश प्रातस्मरणस्य पारायणमध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे आदौ रुद्रप्रश्नः अन्तिम अनुवाकः रुद्रप्रश्न आफ्टर द 11th अनुवाक दी शांति मंत्र प्रार्थना मंत्र ओम अथ रुद्रम नमक प्रश्नः अन्तिम अनुवाकः प्रार्थना मंत्रः ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् यो रुद्रो अग्नौ यो अप्सु य ओषधीषु यो रुद्रो विश्वा भुवना विवेश तस्मै रुद्राय नमो अस्तु तमुष्टु हि यस्विषुः सुधन्वायो विश्वस्य क्षयति भेषजस्य यक्ष्वामहेसौ मनसाय रुद्रं नमोभिर्देवमसुरन्दुवस्य अयं मे हस्तो भगवान् अयं मे भगवत्तरः अयं मे विश्वभेषजोऽयगं शिवाभिमर्शनः एते सहस्रमयुतं पाशा मृत्यो मर्त्याय हन्तवे तान् यज्ञस्य मायया सर्वान् वयजामहे मृत्यवे स्वाहा मृत्यवे स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय विष्णवे मृत्युर्मे पाहि प्राणानां ग्रन्थिरसि रुद्रो मा विशान्तकः तेनान्नेनाप्यायस्व सदाशिवोम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 अगेन ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् यो रुद्रो अग्नव्यो अप्सु य ओषधीषु यो रुद्रो विश्वा भुवना विवेश तस्मै रुद्राय नमो अस्तु तमुष्टुयस्विषुः सुदन्वायो विश्वस्य क्षेतिवेशजस्य यक्ष्वामहेशौ मनसाय रुद्रं नमोभिर्देवमसुरन्ध्वस्य अयं मे हस्तो भगवान् अयं मे भगवत्तरः अयं मे विश्वभेषजोऽयगं शिवाभिमर्शनः एते सहस्रमयुतं पाशा मृत्यो मर्त्याय हन्तवे तान् यज्ञस्य मायया सर्वान् वयजामहे मृत्यवे स्वाहा मृत्यवे स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय विष्णवे मृत्युर्मे पाहि प्राणानां ग्रन्थिरसि रुद्रो मा विशान्तकः तेनान्नेनाप्यायस्व सदाशिवो ॐ शान्तिः 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 वन्स् मोर् ॐ अग्नाविष्णु सजोषसेमा वर्धन्तु वाङ्गिरः द्युम्नैर्वाजे विरागतौ वा ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् यो रुद्रो अग्नव्यो अप्सु य ओषधीषु यो रुद्रो विश्वाभवना विवेश तस्मै रुद्राय नमो अस्तु तमुष्टु हि यस्विषुः सुदन्वायो विश्वस्य क्षेतिवेशजस्य यक्ष्वामहेशौ मनसाय रुद्रं नमो विर्देवमसुरन्ध्वस्य अयं मे हस्तो भगवान् अयं मे भगवत्तरः अयं मे विश्वभेषजोऽयगं शिवाभिमर्शनः एते सहस्रमयुतं भाषा मृत्यो मर्त्याय हन्तवे तान् यज्ञस्य मायया सर्वान् वयजामहे मृत्यवे स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय विष्णवे मृत्युर्मे पाहि प्राणानां ग्रन्थिरसरुद्रो मा विशान्तकः तेनान्नेनाप्यायस्व सदाशिवोम ॐ शान्तिः 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 Thus we have done our Rudra chanting. With this, Namakam is over. Now we'll have Chamakam Prashna, Chame, Chame, Chame. It also will have 11 plus 1 Anuvakas. So every day 1, 1, 1 we do. Let it take 11 days. This is a good practice. Twice or thrice, depending on the size. When we do, it helps. While doing so, remember Bhagavan Rudra. Feel we are doing Abhishekam to him and also Upasana. इस पूजा पुष्पार्चना पत्रार्पणा ऐसा कर रहे हैं ऐसे भावना करते हुए चैंट करो तो इट इज वेरी गुड साधना ऑफ divinizing Shivamayam making of our own heart. Once the heart becomes divinized, made one with Shiva Tattva, Shiva Anugraha makes us wiser, makes us intelligent, makes us do only good things which help us in the world at large. A beautiful that life would be. Okay, now come to our third program of the day, Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And this is not a time pass, this is not just like that I am doing it in academic way. No. Intention is that every youngster of our Bharata Mata must study Gita at least twice, thrice, 4 times in life so that he gets a complete bird's eye view of it. Through that, he will know the ultimate goal, he know the means. Along with that, right from what position he is there, what he'll have to change, adapt, adjust so that he falls in the right track and means for the ultimate goal. For this to become very clear, Gita is being taken for study. So too, by using the techniques of Gita, one can succeed in life. In life, the only success is becoming a servant from the owner, becoming a giver from the receiver, becoming a lover, then creating the world into two parts. I like this, I dislike that. That is a real service or achievement in the world. All these things you have to know. Okay, that's why the Karma Shatkam, how beautiful it was. Bhakti Shatkam we saw. Now the through the Vibhaga, the self is taught to us. Of that Shatkam, Jnana Shatkam, 6 chapters. In that 13th, we are seeing Gneyam Visari, Kshetram Visa, Kshetragnam Visa. Now, Bhagavan is narrating the Jnanam, the values, the qualities. When mastered, perfected, practiced, we become qualified for knowing the Gneya Vastu, which is very sublime, which is known as our own self on the seat of meditation. Once I know I am that eternal self, no more bondage because of the wrong self with which I was identifying so far. To reach to that higher level, for the intellect to have the subtlety, for it to have the stamina, for it to have the single pointedness, What practices have to be done? They are called as the jnana sadhanas or the values. So every value, its practice, its consequence we are seeing. So for this consequence of inner purity, this value is this way practiced. So in that five shlokas starting from 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 20 values are taught. Among them, in the 8th verse, there were 9 values taught. 10th verse or 9th verse, 3 values are being taught. Now that 3 valued ninth shloka is our topic of study today. Before that, what was the 8th shloka? Before that, let us do the smarana. ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीगीता शरणं मम श्रीव्यास शरणं मम श्रीसद्गुरुशरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम शरणं मम शरणं मम ॐ श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अथ त्रयोदशोऽध्यायः क्षेत्रक्षेत्रज्ञविभागयोगः अष्टम नवमौ श्लोकौ श्रीभगवानुवाच eighth ones ninth one two three times let us chant. Eighth one is अमानित्वमदम्भित्वम् अहिंसा क्षान्तिरार्जवम् आचार्योपासनं शौचं स्थैर्यमात्मविनिग्रहः. Done. Now the ninth one. Three times. इन्द्रियार्थेषु वैराग्यम् अनहङ्कार एव च जन्म मृत्युजरा व्याधि दुःखदोषानुदर्शनम्. Again. इन्द्रियार्थेषु वैराग्यम् अनहङ्कार एव च जन्म मृत्युजरा व्याधि दुःखदोषानुदर्शनम्. Again. इन्द्रियार्थेषु वैराग्यम् अनहंकार एव च जन्म मृत्युजरा व्याधि दुःखदोषानुदर्शनम्. Friends, the hard language of the Shastras is Sanskrit. Somehow we are displaced from it, therefore it's becoming a struggle for me, the speaker, to teach you, you, the listener, student, to learn. Master Sanskrit language by some or the other means, if not master, at least become familiar so that the Sanskrit mantras of the Shastras, etc., you are able to grasp it. One. Second is what? Be in that mood of zeal and zest that these values that are taught by Krishna in Gita, through Gita to all of us. That means he is expecting us to be like that, and in whose interest? In our own interest. So when all kind, compassionate Krishna urging us by teaching to us these values, telling us to practice them and reach to Him, is it not our responsibility in our own interest to be fully inspired, to be full of joy, take up this life of practicing these values, mastering these values, and living life on the basis of values along with our academics and other outer life? Should we not be into that mood? Should we leave ourselves as we are now with the rotten mind and intellect, wretched habits of the life, and having very worst of the things of the goal and behaving the all faculties worse than any of the animal? Should we want to continue like that? Choice tumhara hai. No, I want to become sober. I want to become sacred. I want to become divinized. I want to become so beautiful for my own self to see that I can practice all these values. If you want like that, I want to be loved truly, trusted truly by the world. More than the world, the masters. More than the master, the Lord. अगर ऐसा higher aim, ambition, sincerely है, come here. Learn from Gita the way of life to be lived as per these values. Among 1,000 students listening, if 5 of them grasp it, lucky ones, my class is fulfilled. The 995 who laugh at all these things and want to live their life of licentiousness on the name of freedom and indulging only those things in those things by which nothing but their own future is destroyed, I can't help. Those few youngsters among you who at this very right age, knowing all these things and practicing them or long, means by the age of 25, they become master of this and live their remaining 100 years so beautifully. For them, these are addressed. in politics. Right from the age of 10, 12, slowly you have to think what is politics, which way you have to serve the world. You develop by the age of 30, 40, you will be able to a person engrossed in politics. Then just negotiating through get the power, serve the country. So to a doctor, from the age of 10, 12, you have to feel like I want to take care of it. Then work hard, get through that plus two, and in that get into that medicine, study it, then throughout life. Every field wants our decision and full application. So too, this field of spirituality, where we want to be a person of values, person of knowledge, person of devotion, you have to fully take into confidence and involve in that with zeal and zest. And what neutralize our zeal and zest or not allows it to be created is our own mind, which is habituated to the ha-hu of the world, the pleasures of the senses, the indulgence in the worldliness, then the excessive sleepiness. In that habituated mind, our own mind, which is an enemy, doesn't allow us even to listen to these higher possibilities, doesn't allow us to think about it, doesn't allow us to understand or accept it, never allows us to do that. I told you on one day, mother wants to cook so many items for the child only, but the child nagging is so much, it doesn't allow mother to cook. The child mind doesn't allow the father or mother buddhi to take up higher goals. That is the way it works. Protecting from it is our job. You know, that is the way the bacteria fungal function to infect us. Protecting from them is our job, isn't it? So be in that way aware of your own lower mind, which laughs at these spiritual things and which, with so much sincerity, takes you into the worldliness and destroys you. Be aware of that lower mind. Don't allow it to overpower. Be regular to the classes, be serious in the study, be sincere in understanding, be disciplined, committed in practice. Thus, day by day, the spiritual person in us should grow along with the person of professions, person of the values, a person of what you say, your other identities, maybe a member of the family or any organization. Aisa blossom on like the lotus. Every petal and every what row of the petals as it blossoms, so too every row of our personality with all these divine qualities like that lotus should blossom and give that beauty to anyone who looks at. You know, when the flower is seen by anyone, it is enchanting. When the whole garden is filled with flowers, how beautiful. You know, the garden of whole world, flowers of you, the youngsters. मैंने फूल कहा आपको हिंदी वाला इंग्लिश वाला नहीं है ना with the flowers blossomed fully. How beautiful will be the world to be looked at. All devatas would come and dance here, seeing such brand of youngsters. On the other hand, the youngsters with all these indulgences, negativities, passions, greeds, lusts, crankiness, fighting, all of that, then seeing them, the Rakshasas dance. यार हमारे तरह ये भी है और भाग जाएंगे राक्षस सोचकर कि हमारी जरूरत नहीं है these human beings are enough, they are much worse than us, है ना? That the father Rakshasa telling the mother Rakshasi, that don't send this child Rakshasi or Rakshasa to the human beings because they will spoil this fellow. है कि नहीं? Our youngsters, if they are like that, शैतान भी डर रहे हैं हमको देखकर, हमसे ज्यादा शैतान निकला ये. See his mind, see his thoughts, every moment indulging in laziness and bhoga, in cheating others, in competing with others, in trying to pull down others. Every time only these negative thoughts. But on the other hand, oh, studying Gita, learning the knowledge, Advishta Sarabhutanam started practicing, Amanitvam Adamitvam is doing. The devatas, the rishis, they feel comforted and solaced. Goodness is prevailing. To you also, when those negative qualities are there, and then we are sent away by the people, we are made lonely. हमको ही दुख होगा. On the other hand, with all positive values, when we are trusted, loved by everyone, we are taken into confidence by everyone, and we become helpful to others. कितना मजा रहेगा वाला जिंदगी. देखो, समझ लेना, गंभीरता से समझना. बुद्धि से समझना, मन को ओवर पावर करने नहीं देना. So let us that way learn these values and practice. Okay. Now the 9 of the values in the first sloka are amanitvam. Don't measure yourself and have an ego that I am so and so. Adambhitvam. Don't be hypocrite to show off what you don't have and show off what you have. If I don't have, don't even show. If I have it, use it to serve, feeling the blessedness that the Lord has chosen you. Adambhitvam. Ahimsa, non-harming anyone, even in dream, even it comes to our own lives threatening. Kshantihi, the ability to forgive like the mother earth or sandalwood. Arjavam, fully straightforward. In life, never be crooked regarding anything. You will be ruju only when you know the truth, only when you know the righteousness, etc. And do that only. Be a Arjava means be a child to your parents and behave. Be a parent to your children and behave. Be an officer in the office and behave. Be a subordinate and do the thing. Arjava means on the road you are driving car, one of the many travelers you are, behave properly. That is called Arjava. Erratically moving is Vakrata. So to member of society, Ruju. You are a citizen of the nation. Vote, cast your vote, elect the right persons. It is Rujuta. Get the work done from them. If they don't do, jao, dharna karo. Why are you not doing? We have given you the power and we gave you all our taxes. Through our tax, we are giving you crores of rupees. The vehicles in which you are traveling, the big bungalows you are staying in, ये सारा हमने से लिया तुम करो. That is called rujuta. From our side also, fulfilling all duty response. Rujuta. Rujutvam arjava. Then acharya upasanam. Being in that very good relation with our acharyas and gurus, getting continuous guidance from them, practicing all of that, not allowing even a little dent of, a dent happening in the bhakti or shraddha towards him, come what may. Even that Acharya Guru himself beats us with danda. Still, you should have love, respect on it. Because if you lose your value for that Acharya, create that Ashraddha, not only him you leave, every other Acharyas, Gurus you will doubt, then you will be without your guidance and protection. Then the second distraction, this is the first one. Second distraction is you start taking your own mind for the guidance and you know where the mind takes you to. Therefore, to protect ourselves from ourselves, the only way is Acharya Upasana. Okay. Then Shaucham, Visa, Shuchi, the outer and inner Shuchi. The outer Shuchi of the body and the objects and all. Inner Shuchi of the Antakarana, the thoughts of the mind, speech of the mouth. Shaucham. Pure intentions, pure attitudes, correct wisdom, pure emotions towards anyone. Inner Shaucham it is. Then comes Thairyam, the sthirata in the goal chosen. And goal should be dharma, goal should be seva, goal should be prem and bhakti, goal should be the divinity. उसमें स्थिर रहना, हिलना मत. Many of us love, respect higher values, but we don't have sthirata in them. We get compromised when weak things come. So too we are practicing, like you come to Geetha class once in a while, but sthiryam is not there, therefore you are irregular. But if you come regularly and tune to me and the Gita class, how much of the knowledge is poured in? And that knowledge received when it is digested through the churning, chewing, and munching, you will have such a clarity of what's life, how to live it for, how to live what it is to be lived for, how to receive the world, how to respond. अरे यार ये तो खेल है ना मजा है ना without any net practice anything without knowledge if you go to the place cricket and face the ball first ball you are clean bowled. Yesterday that fellow came, Ahu, first ball bowled ho gaya. India won 4-1. Now imagine you have done all net practices, coaches, guidance you took, went through all the videos of the other bowlers, every aspect you studied your own weaknesses, and you have come out of them, you have strengthened yourself. No, they know that you are weak in your facing the bouncer, that you while hooking it, you become a victim by giving catch and all. और सब ठीक कर लिया तुमने मानो आप जा किसकी हिम्मत है आउट करने का तुमको. You will be not out in throughout the series, making all runs, making the team win. In this way, in the game of life also, When you have all these spiritual highest visions properly, you will face the bowling of any sort from the bowlers called as the world. You can hit it for sixers. Not only you can win the match, you are the man of the match. You can be man of the series. Isn't it? Don't you want to be like that? Without knowing all this, without giving value to this, without practicing it, where are you wasting your time, mind, energy? Think about it. And blaming the world, blaming the parents, blaming the government, कोई नहीं मिला तो blame भगवान, which is not a correct way at all. You have to wake up from that slumber and stupor of non-thinking, non-knowing, and non-performing into listen, think, understand, accept, practice, perform, excel in life. जिंदगी मनुष्य का इसी में कामयाबी होता है. सुनो, समझो, अभ्यास करो, आदत बनाओ, आगे बढ़ो. ना सुनेंगे गीता, ना समझेंगे, ना अभ्यास करेंगे. And what are the negative abhyasas we have told to us by the useless people like us in the world? कोई ना कोई सिनेमा का हीरो को हीरो को सुनते हैं और वो जो ऐसे नौटंकी करते वही करते हो. Become the real life's hero, not real life. अपना मर्जी है बेटा. Okay, Sthairiam. Then the last one was Atma Vinigraha. Yesterday we spent sufficient time for it. That all your faculties should be fully in your own control. Okay. Now comes the next shloka. The second one in total ninth one, which has three values to teach. So the 10th, 11th, the 12th values. The 10th value you saw yesterday thoroughly. I gave you the example of all the deer and the elephant and the moth and this fish as well as the bhavra. How each of them attached to one of the sense object through their sense organ destroyed themselves. You and I, human being, have all the five organs fully enough energy, and the objects around us also so freely lavishly available. How we destroy the noble person in us, how we destroy the duty oriented person in us, how we destroy the person to be as an asset to the world. How do we destroy a good disciple, a good devotee, a good spiritual seeker? With these five things, every we are doing that. कोई शब्द, कोई स्पर्श, कोई रूप, कोई रस, कोई गंध, बस हमको फंसा ही रहा है. Therefore, knowing their shortcomings, knowing their destructive abilities, having total detachment, dispassion towards them is the 10th value Bhagavan taught, which is very essential, not only to gain a calmer and quieter mind for efficiently doing your spiritual sadhanas of bhakti and jnanam, but that particular dispassionate mind is very much essential for you to express your talents in excelling in your own worldly goals also, in fulfilling your duties, responsibilities also. Therefore, what is the 10th point? Indriyartheshu vairagyam. That's what. Towards all the indriya artha, the objects of the senses called Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, towards them disinterestedness. How do we get it? Only by Pratipaksha Bhavana. That they are such a भूत प्रेत है कि हमको अपने हवाले कर लेते हैं, फिर हमको और कुछ सोचने नहीं देते, हाइजर चीजें करने नहीं देते. Like a drink and drug addict, once he gets addicted to that, all day in the drowsiness, once he comes out of it, again runs to buy that thing only. Don't you see some people? Exactly you and I are toward the sense objects. कभी खाने पे बिजी, कभी सुनने में बिजी, कभी सूंघने में, कभी है ना टच में. One or the other of Indriya Artha is so much binding us. Indriya Artha. As youngsters, for you, the eating is one Indriyartha and seeing through the eyes is another one. And then, as you are growing in your age, because of the nature that, at the carnal level of Indriyartha attraction, that will destroy you. If you are not having Vairagya, and nobody can do if you become victim of it other than watching. It is you who must know that I am getting victimized, I must be protected. Then approach the gurus. Then they tell you, Beta, these are the ways by which you can protect yourself from them. And what is the only way? Only one. Extremely keep yourself busy in your duties, in your services, in your spirituality, so much that मरने को भी फुर्सत नहीं होना. I gave you the example 7 months back, that in cold winters in North India, they cover themselves so much. They cover the house windows, the darwaze so much. Even little of the air also they don't allow to come. बघा थोड़ा वेळ ठंडी हवा आती है ना, फिर सर्दी जुकाम होएगी, यू विल बी तड़प जाओगे तुम. when they travel in the car, सारा खिड़कियां बंद करो, सर्दी हो रही है. ट्रेन में भी जा रहे हैं तो दरवाजे बंद करो, बस में भी जा रहे हैं, अरे you understand? In the same way, we have to band karo our all faculties by engaging them in the constructing so much that even little of the cool breeze, seemingly cool breeze, or the hot breeze of all these vishayas should not enter. And thus involving in the higher things, learning them, practicing them, whole life has to be spent like that. I give you an example 1,000 times. How long we have to avoid consuming poison? How long we have to avoid jumping from 20th floor? How long we should avoid, standing in front of the railway train on a platform? How long you have to avoid jumping into fire? Bolo, how long? Is it a question? So to how long I have to keep away indriyarthas? This is what. No second thought about it. There is Maha, Moha, Maha, Maya. If you get trapped to that, gone. Like each of you youngsters definitely might have trapped got into some or the other, your own co-friends, boys or girls. When you went into school, college, how fresh was your mind? Then slowly looking, talking, getting attached, infatuated, how you got lost in all your time and energy to such an extent. If parents or people like us try to tell you, you become offended and say, who are you to tell? It is my freedom to destroy myself. Don't you know, I have the Maha Murkha of the whole world. How slowly we get attracted, infatuated, and lose the sight of the entire life and its mission and goal. एक example दिया. In the same way, these indriya arthas have a knack of mesmerizing effect on our intellect, not allowing it to think for the higher pursuits and goals, pulls us down only. And this thing, what I am saying, what Geetha is saying, if you keep your mind as your friend and listen, you will never like it. When you understand that mind about which it is spoken here is the object other than you, it is the one which is behaving as enemy. In that way, when you listen, then you understand. Like in my own mind, I have a desire for this and that mind I love it with desire. Then anybody who tells opposite to it, which is in my own interest, I take them as enemy. I must know first of all that my own mind through the senses embracing the objects is destroying me. The only way is what? Vairagyam. Indriyartheshu vairagyam. And that vairagyam should be with viveka. What is viveka? They are binding me, enslaving me, not allowing me to fulfill my higher dreams. Spiritual dreams kaho, worldly achievement dreams kaho. Worldly achievements are only fulfilling duties, serving the world. Again, in the world, wanting name and fame, wanting lot of wealth, etc., they are again the trapping goals. Again, once you earn the wealth, you want to spend it, again indulge in the indriyartheshu. Fira chaupat ho gaya na? Please remember, block that wrong thinking of the intellect. Only one right thinking is the fulfillment in me inside is knowing the God, fulfillment of me outside is serving the world. That's it. ऐसा अपने मन को तैयार करना, जैसे सब लोग जो नहीं जानते अपने मन को तैयार करते हैं क्या कि पैसे कमाने में फुलफिलमेंट है, पावर पाने में फुलफिलमेंट है, इंडल्जिंग इन द ऑब्जेक्ट. इट्स आर ऑल कॉन्सेप्ट्स ओनली. इट्स आर ऑल मेड इन द माइंड by misguidance, by non-thinking. When you can make wrong, misguided concepts and destroy yourselves, why can't we make right concepts and understandings and evolve? तुम्हारे मन में मैं क्लास जाऊंगा, यू कैन कम. मैं नहीं जाऊंगा, यू विल नॉट कम. मैं टीवी देखूंगा, यू कैन डिसाइड. मैं पढ़ाई करूंगा, तुम्हारी मर्जी. मैं बेवकूफ फ्रेंड्स के साथ घूमूंगा, इट इज योर डिसीजन. Or with some friends, I go to some pilgrimage. It is your decision. Healthy food I will eat. It is your thought. Junk food I eat. It is your thought. Like a Ullu, I watch TV up to 2 o'clock. It is your thought. By 10, I'll sleep and get 4 o'clock and do my exercise, keep fit and do my job. It is your thought. I will gratefully respect and serve my parents, your thought. I arrogantly oppose them, it is your thought. I will serve my nation, it is so glorious in the whole universe. Your thought. गवाड़ में जाए देश दो मैं खुद के देश के अंदर चोर देर इज ए सिनेमा इन तेलुगु टाइटल देश में चोर घुसे हैं देश के अंदर के वाले अपने घर के चोर करने वाले खुद के घर दैट इज योर चॉइस हु कैन स्टॉप nobody you do stop means once when you go beyond limits you will be kicked by the totality that anyway will be there but distraction खुद का कौन कर रहे हैं आप ही कर रहे हो so it's all in your sankalpa whether to be in the positive or in the non-positive clear so indriyartheshu vairagyam and it is healthily maturedly willingly we have to detach from the world in pursuit of the higher not out of frustration, not out of compulsion, then that won't last for long. Not on the strength of willpower. Willpower will stop you from indulgence only for some time. Then what is the other way? Aiming at the higher thing. Aiming at the higher thing, trying to do that, automatically the lower should go away from our life. Like I felt like sleeping at 11 o'clock or this 1 o'clock. But my goal is what I have to talk Geetha to my children. With this higher goal in the mind, I just went, took bath. I said, बात की बात नींद की जोड़ो पहले क्लास में आ जाओ. Left to myself, I can have lot of bahana and if I don't do class, किसी को कोई नुकसान ही नहीं है. You will be happy only. अच्छा हो गया क्लास नहीं है आज करके. It will be me who will be succumbing to my own lower mind. And there's no regret or fighting for me conquering in it because I have done it for something higher. In that way, indriyarteshu vairagya. And whoever are talking about the glory of Indriya pleasures, they are your enemies. Such programs, such books avoid karo. Our innocent mind, not guided by intellect, because the intellect itself has no knowledge, will become victim of it easily. Like the Hindus, not studying Hindu Shastras, not knowing glory of the Sanatana Dharma, the Guru Parampara, the Rishi Parampara, the Sadhana Parampara, all of that, not knowing, they were easily victimized by the Rakshasas who are converting Hindus. Aina? The compelling fellows, the other ones. If you really study our Shastras and know the glory of it, will you not shut their mouth, kick them at the butts? You can't do it because you are so weak in your own dharma and knowledge. So too, our intellects are so weak in knowing the higher things. Therefore, mind gets easily victimized. Don't expose yourself to that. कोई भी तुमको आके बोलता है क्रिश्चियनिटी पर पहले मेरे को अपने हिंदुइज्म पढ़ने दो पूरा पढ़ो देन यू टीच देम व्हाट नॉनसेंस दे हैव एनीथिंग इज स्टोलन फ्रॉम हियर ओनली try to talk this and that mesmerizing you don't become succumbed you will be denied of your Hinduism all the shastras puranas satsangas upasanas guru bhakti everything will be destroyed if you go there and just by converting your poverty is not gone away your fighting with your wife and husband is not gone away your diseases can't be avoided you will not become eternal you will also die क्या कोई कन्वर्ट हुए मरा नहीं क्या बंदा बीवी की लड़ाई होके तलाक नहीं हुआ उनका only it delusion and illusion moha they are in moha that something can be achieved through convert I don't convert I say you be a good Christian follow it good Islamist you are given that birth by the Lord. Instead of doing that, they try to destroy us. We don't do it. हम अपने शास्त्र पढ़ेंगे साधन इस जन्म के लिए हमारा सनातन धर्म इसकी महिमा इतनी महान है हम इसको ही करते जाएंगे बस So I'm just telling when we are weak how we will be out when the immunity is not there will not the bacteria create the infection therefore indriyartheshu vairagya I'm telling you maximum explanations so that you don't miss anything सुनो एक दो बार इसको इंद्रियार्थेषु वैराग्यम हो गया. नेक्स्ट वन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. अनहंकार एवच. अनहंकार. देखो, what was the first one is amanitvam. This is anahankara. What is the difference between them? Amana means whatever the talents that are given to me, owning them, identifying them, saying that they are mine. Ahankara means using those things and doing something and claiming that I am the doer. When the faculties themselves are not mine, given to me by the Lord, how can the doer be me? Like a Prime Minister of India. The Lord made you Prime Minister, the whole people have elected you. You are given a chance to service. If you have the maturity, you will be humbly thanking them rather than feeling ahankari. कि मैं ये हूँ. And he behaves like that. How nicely he saluted all the 3 and 4 states yesterday. Our Prime Minister. You heard it? How humble, simple, egoless. Even the address at night 9 o'clock or morning today, 10 o'clock in that parliament. कि हो गया हार जीत होता रहे. Let us work together. But these fellows in the Telangana, so much arrogant because 10 years power, nobody can defeat me. You just like a Tufan wave came, they lost only. Ahankar ke karan haar gaye. Only reason is that. Okay, the two types of ahankar. One is arrogance wala ahankar, where nobody is greater than me. I am greatest. I can do that. I will do that and all that. Arjuna type. Kair maya sahayoddhavyam asmin ranasamudyame. Who has come? Knowing that Arjuna has come for battle, came to fight with me. देखकर उनको डराऊंगा मैं अपने देखने से ही. Take me in between the army. Arrogance. The other ahankara is after doing, claiming that aham karta asmi. No. The life principle in us, if it is not there, can you work? If the world around is not supporting us, can you work? We are only the claiming person that I am the doer. Otherwise, in every happening, millions of factors are helping. The distant stars, the sun, moon, all of them have their own uh, effect or influence or cooperation in my achieving anything. Even if I plant a plant, it is not my ahankara that I have done it or any other works I have done. देखो अहंकार मैंने खाना बनाया. अरे तू खाना तो चावल तूने थोड़ी बनाया. सब्जियां तू उगाया क्या? वो बर्तन किसने बनाया? गैस स्टोव किसने करा? What you are saying, without that can you work? And somebody taught you that. And the Lord is inside making you alive. तो भगवान निकल के बाद तो मुर्दा बन गए. अब चाय बना. Like I am doing this satsang. How can there be ahankara? It is you who listen. That is the first credit. It is Gurudev who gave me this work. It is the Lord who is working through. It is Vyasadi Bhagavan who gave this Geetha to us through Mahabharatam. Geetha. How many faculties are there? I know who taught me English, who taught me Geetha, who gave me the prerana, love the youngsters and empower them in Geetha. अरे लाखों लोग हैं तब जाकर ये काम होता है. You understood? In that way, be humble. Anahankara evach. Maximum karo, but claim mat karo. I told you the beginning of ahankara is the beginning of the end of your performances and achievements. Because the totality loves only the humble ones, not ahankara. You know that a good example of the huge floods. When big floods come now in Tamil Nadu and all, that Mijoi, what is that tufan ka name? Mijoi, Midhoi, whatever the name. When huge floods come, big trees, they get blown away from the roots. And when the floods stop, you see the place of flood, all the grass blades, small plants, they are just still alive there. How come the grass blades are alive? Big trees are uprooted because the tree were ahankara. खड़े हो गए, क्या करोगे मेरा तुम? दिखाता हूँ, उखाड़ के ले गए. बट द ग्रास ब्लेड स्लोली हम्बल हो जाती है, झुक जाती है. वो झुक जाने के कारण दैट फ्लड से ठीक है तुम झुके हो तो आई नॉट अप्रूव यू. इन लाइफ जो भी अकड़ता है अहंकार से uprooted. Nobody spared. No Ravana spared. No Hiranyakashipu spared. No Hitler spared. No, none of the Ahankaris in any field. But those are humble. And the more we are achieving, the more we are becoming glorious, the more we have to be humble. But for the other Maya, the people who are praising you, they will only pull you. Like very funny thing happened yesterday. The DGP, somebody suddenly went and congratulated new elected person. The higher official become angry. He said, कैसे तुम गए वहां उनको मिलने? निकाल दिया उनको, सस्पेंडेड और भी. विचित्र होता है दुनिया में. अहंकार नहीं रखना. Humble. The more you grow, more you have to be humble. अदरवाइज है ना, 10वां मंजिल से गिरने से कमर के आप पूरा मर ही जाते हैं. जितना ऊपर गए गिरने से दर्द ज्यादा होता है. एक सीढ़ी से गिरो कुछ नहीं होता, बट 100 सीढ़ी या 100 मंजिल से गिरो तो टुकड़ा भी नहीं मिलता. Many reasons are there like that, but Bhagwan is telling anahankar. And philosophical reasoning is what for it? Like Lord Surya. In his presence, things are happening in the world. He can't say maine kiya. If he says maine kiya, then he will be victimized by the sins done by so many people. Because in his own light, people are doing crimes also. Understand? In the same way, the self in me is only a witness. The things are happening. Was in nature, they are all happening. So avoid bad things and don't claim that I have avoided. Do good things, don't claim that I have done the good. That is how अनहंकार. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट वन इज जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि दुख दोष अनुदर्शनम. ये बहुत बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट प्योरली फिलोसॉफिकल स्पिरिचुअल वैल्यू है. व्हाट इट इज टुमारो विल स्टडी. विल स्टॉप हियर. ओम इंद्रियार्थेषु वैराग्यम अनहंकार एव च जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि दुख दोषानुदर्शनो. हो गया. Today, after doing the Geetha and our chantings, the last topic is our learning of chanting. 3-4 days we'll learn now Sri Ganesha Pratah Smaranam. Please always remember, as long as you are there as an individual in this body, so long all these devatas with their powers, they are very much there. So with this understanding and faith, when we invoke their blessings, they definitely bless. Millions have experienced that. Science cannot prove because spirituality starts where science ends. Don't take everything scientifical. Science is only a what do you call, what exactly is there that it is proving. Science is not creating anything or knowing anything by itself. What is science? जो ऑलरेडी है उसको दिखा रहा है. वो जो ऑलरेडी है किसने बनाया उसको? साइंस ने थोड़ी बनाया. Like Newton discovered the gravitation, he did not create it. है ना. किसी ने पाइथागोरस थ्योरम किया. वो उसने जो ऑलरेडी है उसको बताया. उसने नया बनाया नहीं उसने. Like somebody invented electricity, or let us say the what do you call, variety of the things, the steam engine किसने, वो ऑलरेडी था, इसने डिस्कवर किया. साइंस डज नथिंग बाय इटसेल्फ. ऑलरेडी जो है उसको साइंस करता है. नहीं है तो कर नहीं पाता वो. If a scientist says, biological scientist or medical, कि I have discovered or invented this vaccine. अरे भाई वो संभावना ऑलरेडी है. With your good intention you tried, so the divinity revealed it to you. How can you say you have done? So in the same way, the Lord is very much there in your own chosen form. Throughout life, be pakka in this. Then select your Bhagwan, Lord Rama, Krishna, Shiva, ityadi, single pointedly first, develop devotion towards him. Therefore, thereafter, keeping intact that devotion, every Lord is of same expression, you encash that also. Like my devotion to my mother. With that, I love her, serve her, get blessings from her. Keeping that my devotion to my mother, every woman is mother to me. How beautiful that is. Same way, our own Ishtadeva and all other devatas. They're very much there. They receive our upasanas, pujas, they listen to our prayers, they respond. Have faith in it. पक्का, आई रियली रिक्वेस्ट यू इन दिस रिगार्ड। तो बाकी तो तुम्हारी मर्जी है, क्योंकि ये है कि द डिवोशन ऑफ द लॉर्ड मेक्स यू डू ऑल द डिवोशनल प्रैक्टिसेस विथ विच अलोन यू आर कंट्रोल्ड, यू आर प्यूरिफाइड, यू आर empowered, you are blessed. Then only you can conquer outer and inner obstacles, you can achieve outer and inner goals. No other way. नहीं तो ये महाज्ञानी लाइक वेद व्यास आदि शंकर, why do they recommend to us all these worships to the divine lords? They are so scientific and highly matured, no? How come they recommended? Because it's a fact that devatas are very much there, everywhere they are managing the show. If you have faith, if you have devotion, if you have upasanas, you do, वो देंगे आपको दर्शन। तो कुछ करते नहीं हो और जस्ट लिसन टू सम नास्तिकास एंड से ऐसा कुछ नहीं, एंड दैट आल्सो फॉर कंटिन्यू योर भोग। वंस यू स्टार्ट एक्सेप्टिंग भगवान, then you have to accept papa and punya, then you have to stop all the bhoga and indulgence and nonsense. Out of that fear, these nastikas talk against the god, not that they're intelligent, they're बेवकूफ है वो। if you are intelligent, the simple proof of intelligence is you are astik. The moment you say I don't believe in god, it is proved you are murak number one. How do you say you are not believing God? That ability in you is called as God. How do you say it is not there? No, I can't see. No, I can't see your great grandfather also. Bring me, then only I'll believe. Bring him to me. है ना क्या? My forefathers are great father. Now, your existence itself proves that they are there. Murak. So you are able to talk, you are able to walk, you are able. All of that is a proof for the existence of God. I can't see electricity, so I don't believe him. Your bulb is glowing. You are glowing, no? Like a bulby body. That is because of the Lord in you. When He goes away, you are dead carcass. Can't say, you can't even say that God is not there. That life is called as God. He in the various forms for our mind to tune to Him. Clear? Now, Ganapati Pratah Smarana. First one, Pratah Smarami. Like earlier mantras also. Early morning, I do the Smarana. Whom? Gananatham, the Lord of all the Ganas. Lord Shivji makes Ganapati as the leader of all the Gana. Gana means groups, like the battalions in the army. So Gananatham Pratasmana Anatha Bandhum. The ones who have nobody to do the protection of them, called as Anatha. For them, the Ganapati is Bandhu. When we pray to him, he takes care of us. Sindura Pura Parishobhita Ganda Yugmam. The one who is fully filled with beautifully applied Sindhura on his forehead and every part. Because we are doing puja to him. Then Uddanda Vigna Parikhandana Chanda Dandam. The one who is Chanda, very terrible, ferocious, to destroy even the Uddanda Vigna. Bigger than the big, terrible Vigna, the obstacles, difficulties, problems of his devotees, he is powerful of destroying them. So to Akhandaladi Suranayaka Brundavandyam. So all the devatas, all pervading, and their nayakas, whoever are there, all of them do the Vandana and Upasana to this Bhagavan Ganapati to remove the obstacles. That Ganapati Pratah Aham Smarami is only has got 3+1 shlokas. 3 mantras, one is Falashruti. Let us chant Omata Shri Ganeshasya Pratah Smaranam. ॐ प्रातः स्मरामि गणनाथमनाथबन्धुं सिन्दूरपूरपरिशोभितगण्डयुग्मम् उद्दण्डविघ्नपरिखण्डन चण्डदण्डम् आकण्डलादिसुरनायक बृन्दवन्द्यम् प्रातर्नमामि चतुराननवन्द्यमानम् इच्छानुकूलमखिलं च वरं ददानं तं तुन्दिलं दिरसनाधिपयज्ञसूत्रं पुत्रं विलासचतुरं शिवयोः शिवाय प्रातर्भजाम्यभयदं खलु भक्तशोक दावानलं गणविभुं वरकुञ्जरास्यम् अज्ञानकाननविनाशन हव्यवाहम् उत्साहवर्धनमहं सुतमीश्वरस्य श्लोकत्रयमिदं पुण्यं सदा साम्राज्यदायकं प्रातरुत्थाय सततं यः पठेत् प्रयतः पुमान् इति श्रीगणेशस्य प्रातः स्मरणम्. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So tomorrow, second and third. Then tomorrow we'll do the next value, and we also go to the next shloka. Asaktirana Bishwanga ityadi. So thus be attentive, regular, sincere, listen 2-3 more times if possible, make it possible, and do the manana and grasp all these deep important knowledges which make your life so glorious and beautiful. Thank you once again for being there to encourage and study together. Om Durjana Sajjano Bhuyat Sajjana Shanti Mahapnuyat Shanto Muccheda Vandebhya Muktashanyan Vimojet Asato Mahasadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya मृत्योर्मामृतंगमय ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो परमऋषिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे गीतामात्रे नमः आद्यशङ्करद्गुरवे नमः वेदव्यास महर्षये नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु बोल श्री गीता कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय गीता माता की जय वेदव्यास भगवान की जय समस्त ऋषि गुरुदेवता परम्परा की जय समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु गण की जय समस्त युव मंडल की जय. Tomorrow we'll meet. Thank you, friends.